up, ready to go for second game today. About a minute 10 left up there. Good matchup in the first game. 2 goals to start it off from Des Moines. And the Heartlanders here, wearing black, were able to tie it up. Or we scored one last goal to seal up the first victory of the weekend. Well, of today. Yesterday, a couple shutouts. Well, one shutout and one, I think the score is 7-1. It's been a good weekend of hockey for us. Carson Fallis. Number 1, Sawyer Goldie. Number 20, Graham Hildebrandt. 87, Xander Mayer. Number 9, Luke McDaniel. I'm just thinking, I heard Sawyer Goldie was sick yesterday. I think he might still be sick today. Number 9, Luke McDaniel. Number 87, Xander Mayer. Number 46, Taylor Pembroke. He's out with the concussion protocol. 77, Tucker Smith. Liam Story, out with lower body injury. Number 54, Xana Van Tilburg. Number 82, Brock Welch, out for illness. Number 88, Levi Yohe. So I did update a lot of the roster to make things a little easier for myself as I'm streaming. I deactivated some of the players. I should be able to put them back in as soon as we play our next games next weekend. 16 minutes up on the clock. I assume we'll run the same as last time. 2 16-minute running clock periods followed by a 12-minute stop clock. I'll tune back in right before the game starts here. Right, up and ready to go. Fallis wins the face-off, back to Bentz. Dropped off by Smith to Fallis. Fallis loses track in the corner, comes out to Smith. Smith centering, no one's home. Fallis gets it across to Smith again, round the back. Fallis got tied up. Bentz keeping it in, dumps deep. Maybe a little hook, maybe 2. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Heartlanders come away. Excuse me, I got some allergies. Yohe coming away, making a shot. I'm going to mute the mic for a minute while I take care of this. I'll try to keep track of the stats while I do so. Well, no shots got on net during the entirety of that time. Although breakaway from the Heartlanders did send one against the post. Thought it was in. Ref waved it off. Everyone was celebrating for the Heartlanders. Yohi getting tied up. No interference call there. Heartlanders clear it length of the ice. Bring it into the zone. Six comes out to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt to Smith. Smith struggling to pick this puck up. Yohi bringing it in. One man to beat. Gets it on net. Puck is in front. One shot from 88. McDaniel sends it around the back. Redford with it. Redford dropped it. Heartlanders pick it up. They get tied up and both go down. McDaniel stealing. Marin gets it. Pass around one. Stretch pass connects with Redford. Redford drops it off to Follis. Follis shot. Blocked. Nice one from Follis there. Baker keeping it in. Around the back to McDaniel. Bentz keeps it in on the line. Redford dumps it. Baker keeps it in again. And it doesn't matter. He keeps it in, and then Heartlanders come away. Follis comes behind, lifts a stick. Stripped that puck. What a good play. Come away with it again. A shot blocked by PJ. First save of the game for number 10. Pass from Hildebrandt to Smith. Smith centering. He gets on net, but it was deflected. I won't count that one. Yohi at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Back to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt to Marin. Marin's shot hits a pad right in front of him. Now a long shot comes in from Van Tilburg. Got on net. Like a big collision there. Smith with it behind. Smith pass back to Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg keeps it in. Long shot deflected high. Hildebrandt tries to lift a stick. Marin keeps it in. Sends it towards the net. Bounces behind. Follis with it near side. Tried to pass to himself off the backboards. Heartlanders got there first. They lost their skates. Pick up the puck, come the opposite direction now. Forced wide by Hildebrandt. They dump it deep. Baker, Follis breaking up a centering pass. Follis coming away with it. Pass up to McDaniel. Daniel brings it in. They stay on sides. Backhands it. Looked like a pass towards the net. Goalie almost gave it right to Redford in front. Behind McDaniel. McDaniel centering to Follis. Follis a little out of position when he picked up the pass. Now it comes across. Redford can't get the shot off. It's still there in the crease. Redford can't get it on net. Redford tried to cycle it. And Heartlanders sent it for icing. I think Bentz is going to get there first, though. Bentz with it far side, looking for a pass. Great catch by Luke McDaniel, bringing it in, near side, shot. This is wide. Baker stopping it on the boards, gets a little deeper to Yohi. Heartlanders struggling to clear. Yohi keeps it in again. Heartlanders with it. Into neutral. Bentz coming away. Pass across to Hildebrandt, misses. No icing. Yohi keeps it in. Pass it back to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt in the corner. Pass back to Marin. Marin gets cut off. Kind of jumped on top of the Heartlander player so he couldn't skate by. Marin breaks up a pass here, though. Looking for... Looks like he'll bring it himself. Into the zone. Lost his skates, and they call a trip. First power play of either game today coming for Des Moines. It was 2 against the Heartlanders on the first one. Not sure I saw an actual trip, but Marin did go down and they called it. So, 8:41 left in this first period. Bucs will be on a power play. Follis wins it, taps it to himself. Gets it back to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt sends it towards the net, hit the side. Pass from Follis to Smith, a little behind him. Heartlanders coming away. Drops it, Smith gets it back, dumps it around. Follis in pursuit, has it behind the net. Trying to center, doesn't get it off. Marin looking to keep it in on the boards, dumps it deep. Follis, near side now, spins again, same move as last time, looking to get in front, doesn't get it across. Heartlanders corner, Marin stepping on the puck. Heartlanders coming away with it. Good play for Van Tilburg, stopping him, sending him around the back, maybe a hook, no call. Have it in the near corner, far side. Redford breaking up a pass and is able to connect to Luke McDaniel, who brings it in the zone. His pass to Redford drops to the corner. Redford picks it up, has traffic on him now. They're tied up. McDaniel comes in. McDaniel taps it off to Redford. Number 11 to number 14. Long shot, bouncing puck. I think that got on net from number 14 there. Around the back it goes. Bentz sent it. Baker keeping it in again. Long shot, deflected down. Yohe can't get a shot off. Pass collides with the player. Puck was there. I think it bounced off his stick as it was on the ground. Yohe goes down. I think they wanted an interference. Baker stealing that puck as they bring it in. Pass off, intercepted by the Heartlanders. They bring it into the zone. From up high, shot over the top, looking for, nope, not a wraparound, but they control it off the backboards, take it up high again. This time forced off by Bentz. Out of the zone to neutral. Smith in pursuit. Hildebrandt assisting. And they're offsides. Been even strength for a minute. My apologies. 6 minutes left in the first here. Follis at center for the face-off. Puck's down. He wins it back to Marin. Marin back to Follis. Follis brings it in. Getting a shot wide. Rebound goes to Hildebrandt. And they get around Van Tilburg. He trips a player. No call. Across the middle. Can't get the shot off. Follis steals it. Pass across to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt brings it in. He has it stripped. Goes deeper. Marin cuts him off using his body. Hildebrandt collides with the player. They bring it in. And get a shot. Ends up wide. Now it's up high from the point. It's in the crease. Don't think it got in there. Nice save from PJ. It looked like he might have been down on top of it over there. 5 minutes left. Clock continues to run. Yohe wins it. Let's say he lost it. He tapped it off and gave it right to the Heartlanders. It looked like player got a helmet to the head, or an elbow, knee to the head. I think it was Redford. Heartlanders able to clear it out of the zone. That puck hits the net, should be out of play. They should drop it at center ice. Follis at center. Puck's down. Lost it. Heartlanders with it behind the net. They got it in front. Goalie is on it. I don't think it got on net, but he definitely stopped the play from continuing. 3.5 minutes left in the first now. Fallis lost it. Shot goes wide. Looked like Marin might have deflected it. Trying to get a shot. Marin steals the puck. Looking for a pass. Lifts it over a stick. Connects with Smith. Smith taps it off to himself and tries to get it deeper. They're over skating him and stealing the corner. Hildebrandt gets it back. Takes it that way. Marin right in front. Tapped it across. Check right in front. Smith goes down. Cross-check the call. Great play. Marin couldn't quite get the shot off. Spun and tossed it behind him. Smith was able to keep his skates. He might have been able to get that shot off. Yohe at center. It's caught in his skate. Still caught in his skate. Lost it. Heartlanders cleared out. Shoot it around Baker. Sent it for icing, but Bentz will get there first. Bentz with it up off the boards. Dropped by the Heartlanders and picked up by Yohe. Yohe has 3 people on him. Skates through a player. To pass with it. Sends it around the back. Baker's skating across. Gives it back to, it's like Smith. Smith trying to center it up to Yohe. Picked up by Baker and then bounces right in front. Let's give Yohe a tip there. Honestly, might have been played with a high stick. 40 seconds left on the power play for Des Moines here. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes left in the first period. Fallis at center. Wins the faceoff off to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt gives it over, though, in front of the net. Around the back, Marin can't keep it in. Bouncing puck. And Heartlanders breaking away. And Tilburg getting down there. Great play by him. I think that's Smith. Smith across to McDaniel. Doesn't connect. Daniel picks it up now. Send it high. Get it around Marin again. Heartlanders bring it in. Ben Tilburg's back there. They get a shot. And blocked by PJ, who jumps down on it. We are back to even strength, and there will be a minute left by the time this puck drops. Face off. Let's just say that's won by Fallis. It goes the length of the ice. Smith gets there and sinks it. Smith from Fallis. Clock continues to run. About 30 seconds left by the time this puck drops now. Yohe at center, wins it off to Redford. Redford spins back, passes to Bentz. Ooh. Looked like a roughing call, checking. They hit Yohe right in the face as he was coming across the blue line. It almost bent him over backwards. So back to the power play we go with 21 seconds left. First period here. Wallace wins it off to Smith. Now it goes deep back to Baker. Baker sends it towards the net. Defense sends it back to the line. Bentz to Baker. Floater. Goalie covers, and that should do it for the first period. Right after the first period of play, Bucs up 1-0, and we'll go into the second with the power play here. I'll tune back in with you when that starts. All right, back up, ready to go. 16 minutes up on the clock. Second period starts now. Follows at center. Wins it off to Smith. Smith lost it as he brought it in. Heartlanders with it. Near corner, their side, bringing it out. They launch it, send it for icing. It is a good way to kill the clock. So we are still on a power play. There's about 45 seconds remaining with the clock running. Our power play is slipping away. We had 7 kids out there, a couple of them heading off now. Yohi, center for the face-off. Lost it. Comes back to Marin on the point. Barely keeps it in. Still caught in his skates. Now he sends it in. 15 seconds on the power play. Heartlanders with it. Weird bounce. Gets on net. Goalie jumps down on it. Marin goes to the box. Kids sprayed our goalie, and Marin came in and cross-checked him. Gave him a minor. Hildebrand thought we had too many men. Skating off, now it comes back. Yohi wins the face-off. Trip from Redford, no call. He's out in front. Dupas is able to clear it. Hildebrandt in pursuit. Getting a shot. PJ Brown saves it. Wallace wins it off to Bentz. Up to the point. Smith breaks up a pass. Maybe a high stick, no call. He played the puck high, but he brings it into the zone. Short-handed shot from Smith. Puck sitting in front. Rebounds picked up by the Heartlanders. They bring it back this way. Long shot high. Heartlanders track it down in the corner. Redford's trying to clear. Follis is able to finish the job. In neutral, pass across. Picked up by the Heartlanders. They bring it in. Shot with speed. And going around this time. They don't spray PJ on that shot. He lost the face-off, but a shot hit McDaniel in the chest. We're back to even strength. Trip there by McDaniel, no call. Puck heading towards the middle. McDaniel recovers, trying to get it back to the point. And back they come. Baker back on D. Pass across. And Tilburg's there. Shot goes high. Then Tilburg laid a kid out. We'll go back on the penalty kill here. Pull their goalie, turn it over to Smith, and checking against the other Xander here. "12 minutes left in the second period. Follis at center for the faceoff. Wins it. Takes it around the back. Bounces over the stick, and Smith coming away with it. Sending it towards the net, blocked by the goalie. Marin keeping it in. Can't get the shot off. Bouncing high. Follis gets it off to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt with the shot. It's in the crease, was behind the goalie. Defender came in and sent it to the corner. Get around Marin here. 2-on-1 breakaway for the Heartlanders. Centers across, good stick from Bentz. Bentz controls, brings it out of the zone. 2 men to beat. Can't control it. Heartlanders steal, bring it back this way. Pass across, broken up by Baker. They collect and bring it in. Right in front, 2 saves right there by PJ. They control again. This one goes wide. Trying to get it in front, goes off the back of the board. The corner, they send it to the point. Hildebrandt's there. Baker's in the way. Great block by PJ. Still there. 4 saves by PJ right there. Hildebrandt bringing it out. Yohe coming in behind him. Backhands it towards the net. Heartlanders struggle to bring across neutral. Smith gets it back, brings it into the zone. Space up high, makes a shot, blocked by the goalie. Player goes hard into the boards. Didn't see any Des Moines players over there. Then Tilburg keeps it in, sends it across to Marin. Marin from the point. Goes down hard, a shot wide. Marin fanned on a shot there. Heartlanders bring it across. And Tilburg breaks it up. Heartlanders dump it in. Picked up by Yohe. Yohi sends it up the boards. Sent deep. Picked up by Bentz. Bentz skates around 2. In the third. And a shot hits a defender, goes wide to the near corner over there. Pass to Redford. Clears the zone, gets around Baker. Bentz back on D. 1-on-1 here as they bring it in. Get around him, getting a shot, and a great save from PJ. Baker gets a rebound up to Redford. Heartlanders pick off the pass, bring it into the zone. No, they stopped on the blue line. Stolen. Hildebrandt clears it back to neutral. We are back to even strength for a couple minutes now. Long shot and gobbled up by PJ Brown there. Clock continues to run. 8 minutes left in the second. He lost the face-off. PJ made a save. Then Tilburg's trying to clear it out. Dumped in, picked up by Marin. Marin drops it on the blue line. Sent it towards the net, but went wide. Yohi back at center. Lost the face-off. Took a minute. Heartlanders with it in the corner. Taking it deep. Sending it towards. It's in front at the point. Marin forces a little deeper. And then they pass it back and miss their man. No icing here. Smith in pursuit. Gets there before the line. Lost his skates. Has it against the boards. With some time. Pass across to Marin. Marin with space. Takes a shot. Blocked by the goalie. Sent to the far corner. Bentz drops it deeper. Heartlanders with it. They pass around Marin. Bentz back on D. They send it towards the net. PJ Brown stops it. Struggling to clear. Get it out of the zone. Marin with it. Drop the puck behind them. Pass across. Took a little too much time, and it's intercepted. Bentz back on D. Almost a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Heartlanders there. Centering, but shot hits Baker in the stick, and he's able to pass it off to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt brings it into the zone. Pass across to Redford. Redford can't control. Taps it around the back. Heartlanders control it now. 5.5 minutes left in the second here as this puck goes for icing. Yohi at center for the faceoff. Lost it. Heartlanders behind the back of their net. Bring it up the far boards. Yohi puts a stop to him, dumps it deep. McDaniel's there. Daniels centers to Smith. Intercepted. Yohi goes down awkward. Smith picks up the puck in the corner. Sent it on net. Blocked by the goalie, and puck is behind. Comes back up. Smith with it. That time goes high. Smith with it in the corner. They strip it. Smith struggling to get a stick down to send it anywhere. Check coming, and the second check. They might just send them both. Probably stay even strength as they send 2 to the box. Looks like they'll play 5-on-5. 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5-on-5. So even strength. Baker getting a shot. Doesn't get through traffic. Bents with it now. Passes off the boards. Connects with Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt cross ice to Redford. Redford to the boards. Squeezed off the puck. Comes by Follis. Hildebrandt trying to take a shot. Everyone fumbling the puck there. Heartlanders finally coming away. Cross neutral. Dump it in from up high. Goes behind. Baker's there. Baker can't control. Follis gets it near side now. Up the boards, trying to connect to Redford. They bring it back to middle. Bent steals and gets it off to Dupass. Looks like a breakaway, can't tell. Looks like the defense got across and then they stripped it from Redford there. Bent's off to Marin. Marin off the boards. Looked like to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt just dumped it in. And Heartlanders have it behind. McDaniel keeping it in. Sends it behind. Smith is there with it. Turns it over. Comes back to Marin, it looked like. Not sure what he's doing so deep. He tried to center. Missed everyone. Went the length of the ice. Bents with it. Brings it in front of the net. Collides. Lost the puck in front. Nice save from PJ. Smith still with it. They bring it in. Smith looking for a wraparound. Did anyone post up? McDaniel's there. Got a shot. Puck's in the corner. Comes back to Van Tilburg. Slap shot from him. Gets on net. Deflected. But does not see the back of the net. Good save from the Heartlanders goalie there after a deflected puck right in front. Puck's down. Follis lost it. Heartlanders struggling to clear it out of the zone. Baker keeps it in, dumps it behind. Heartlanders pick it up there, turn it over to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt can't control. Follis is there. Follis can't get the shot. Puck's in front. Goalie covers. Be about a minute left by the time they get this puck dropped. Second period. Bucks up 1-0. Yohe at center for the faceoff. Yohe wins it off to Smith. Smith to Baker. Baker dumps it. Heartlanders control. They steal and pass across and bring it in. Yohe coming in from behind. No call. McDaniel trying to clear. Puck's out of the zone. Heartlanders hesitating. In and out. Bents to Yohe. Yohe to Smith. Smith through traffic. He's got an avenue. Brings it in front. Shot ends up near corner and then picked up by the Heartlanders as they pass across. Stretch pass connects. Bents back on D. Hildebrandt lost it. They try to stretch past near side after a shift change. Hook from Bent's, no call. Heartlanders with it in neutral. They dump it in. Goes around the back. Marin picks it up there. Marin gets around 1, gets around 2, pass across. And that will do it for the second period after he connects the pass with Redford. 2 periods of play, Bucs up 1-0, no goals in the second. See what happens in the third here. We won the first by 1 goal. We'll see how close the second one is. Tune back in with you in a minute. Alright, up and ready to go for the third here. 12 minutes up on the clock. Should have a stop clock for this one. Bucs up 1-0. Levi Yohe at center for the faceoff. Lost it. Heartlanders with it behind their net. Pass it around, kept in by Marin. Marin centering. Comes across. Heartlanders trying to clear. Send it the other side. Van Tilburg keeps it in. Gets it off to Smith. Yohe gets crunched up on the boards. Marin almost stole it. Yohe's able to finish that off. Pass across to Van Tilburg to Marin. Marin looking for a pass. Doesn't see any openings. Takes it himself. Drops it off for Follis. Follis' shot doesn't get through traffic. Marin keeping it in. Gives it right back to the Heartlanders there, though. Good play from Smith. Smith to Marin to McDaniel. McDaniel brings it in. Daniel pass across is broken up, and Heartlanders with some space through neutral. Offside's call here. It's 1 minute off the last period. 10:54 left in the third here. Follis won the face-off there, even if just barely. Heartlanders dump it in. Bent's picking it up behind the net. Dropped it, couldn't clear it out. Kept in on the line. Forced off the puck, and then a centering pass broken up by Baker. Baker centered across traffic, got through. Hildebrandt's going to pick it up near side. Skate through him. Brent had to turn around to get the puck. He's still got 2 men on him. Yohe coming through. Hildebrandt can't get the shot off. Yohe sends it closer to net. Ends up in the corner. Around the back to Redford. Redford back to Yohe. Yohe bouncing puck. Can't get it on net. Trying to center. Heartlanders clear. Center for icing. Yohe at center for the faceoff. That's another minute off. Under 10 left in the game. Yohe wins it off to McDaniel. Long shot coming through. Deflected by a defender, and Smith had an open back door but couldn't control the puck. Smith sends it deeper. Heartlanders with it. Heartlanders clearing it out. Marin sends him wide. Against the boards, forces him deep. Good defensive play there. Daniel breaking up a pass, and that puck leaves the zone. The Heartlanders leave it for themselves. Smith getting there, kind of slowed down. Looks like he might be getting tired. He's tying up Smith getting crunched. Looks like he might be hurting a little bit. I'll just let him play it out. Heartlanders bring it in. They get around Bentz. Puck squeaks out though. Heartlanders have it between the point and deep. They dump it to the corner. Follows with it now. Around the back. And Follis couldn't come away with it. Centering. It's up far side. I think that's Bentz. Bentz pass across to Redford. Redford's got Hildebrandt posting up to center. Pass across the middle, doesn't get through traffic. Gets caught up in skates though. Heartlanders dump it. Far side now, around the back. Trying to clear. Marin trying to keep it in. At least controls the puck in neutral. Backhands it off to Bentz. Bentz to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt lost it though. Didn't know he had a man behind him. Broad into the zone. The shot goes wide. 8 minutes left in the third. Pass connects up high. Shot hits a shoulder, or hits a shin pad. I think that was Yohi, and then Yohi finishes off a check. No call. Marin getting tied up with the player. Puck far side. I think that was Dupas able to clear. And Hildebrandt forcing them to dump the puck behind their own net. Pass around Smith. Stretch pass broken up by McDaniel. McDaniel gets around a man. Shot there. Tough angle. Doesn't get on net. Puck back with Marin on the line. Trying to keep it in. They kick it out. Can get it around both. Marin steals it back. Ends up in the boards. Heartlanders with it. Pass across. Would have been on net. Van Tilburg with it. Van Tilburg to McDaniel. McDaniel getting tripped up. No call. I think that's Van Tilburg with it again. Pass up the boards. Trying to connect to McDaniel. McDaniel maybe leaning into the back of a player. Marin with it behind the net. Pass now. Gets around. Will it go for icing? Doesn't get there. Heartlanders get there first, though. A little bit longer bench than we have for this game. As I said, we've only got the 2 shifts, and we're getting near the end of the game where these kids are exhausted. I think that was... might have been Baker there trying to make a move. Heartlanders turn over the puck. Bentz with it. Bentz drops the puck off his stick. Looking for a pass. Doesn't get through skates. And kept in by Yohi. Yohi shot right in front. Yohi to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt sinks it. 20 from 88. Takes the Bucs up 2-0 with 6:04 left in the third. Face off. Ends up being won by Yogi, it looks like. Pass back to Bentz. Bentz hits a skate on a pass. And Heartlanders bring it in. Yogi breaking it up. And I think that's Redford coming away with the puck. He'll bring it in. Gets forced to the corner. Around the back. And Tilburg trying to keep it in. Looks like that's Marin now with it. He's got an angle. Didn't take a shot. Passed it behind. And they brought it in front. Didn't get on net. Then Tilburg with it. Wrist shot lifted. Hit a defender in front. Marin spinning. Trying to send it towards the net. Went wide. Hildebrandt in the corner. Passes across. Redford. Redford to Marin. Marin behind. Marin's still with it, gets around the D, backhands it. Good save from their goalie. Marin at center for the faceoff. Lost it. Against the boards, Heartlanders bring it out of the zone. Baker back on D. They pass around him. Hildebrandt forces the puck off. Marin can't control it. They can't send it towards the net, though. It's bouncing in the crease right in front. They can't get a shot off. Marin tapped it off to Smith, it looked like. Smith, stretch pass, hits a player, connects with Fallis. Fallis, shot blocked. Ends up in the corner. Heartlanders with it. Long pass off the boards. Connects with his man. Broken up by Van Tilburg. Van Tilburg off the boards. Picked up by the Heartlanders and brought back in. Fallis breaking it up, and Smith sending the puck to the corner. Try to center. Yohe checks a player down. Heartlanders send it in, but they're offsides. 4 minutes left in the third period. Bucks up 2-0. Yohe wins the faceoff. Gave it off to Bentz, but Bentz lost the puck. Great save from P.J. Brown there. Puck's in the corner. Sent around by Yohe. Yohe to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt trying to clear. Kept in on the point. Long pass. Maybe shot. It was gloved down by Brown. And now Des Moines able to clear. Ooh, are they? Yeah, McDaniel got it back to neutral, just barely. Brought back in by the Heartlanders. Poked away by Bentz. They can't get a shot off. They have it in the corner. It's like they're a little rejuvenated here. Bringing it around up high. Shot looked like it hit Baker in the leg. He is slow to get up. But he does, and he'll skate off. Fallis getting around the D-man. Right in front. Shot blocked by the goalie. Rebound is sent out of the zone. Marin stops it. Ooh, almost a breakaway. Marin breaking up a couple passes there. Gives it back to him. And Fallis overskates the puck there. Too many men for the Heartlanders, but no call. And Marin picking it up. Brings it in. Pass across to Smith. Smith goes hard into the boards. Lost his edge, it looked like. Pass around the corner. Marin will keep it in on the line. Pass around the first and stops it from the second. Now he's got it near the corner. Pass around the back to Smith. Smith controls. And pass back to his D-man who wasn't posted up. They went for a shift change. Van Tilburg now taps it back to Smith. Out of reach for him. Goes into neutral and back in. No offside since they're the ones that brought it. A hook from the Heartlanders. No call. In fact, Redford had to pull the stick off of him and throw it away. Marin with it in the corner now. Looking for a pass. Stretches for McDaniel. Sends it on net, and we'll just cover. I called a shot. It was a long one. Under 2 minutes left to play. Bucks up 2-0. Fallis wins the faceoff. Van Tilburg to Bentz. Bentz shot, sinks it. Bentz from Van Tilburg at 151. Bucks go up 3-0. Less than 2 minutes to play in the game. Follis at center, wins the faceoff to Van Tilburg. Bentz pass off to Redford. Redford dumps it in. Heartlanders with it behind. Pass it near side. Broken up by Dupass. Dumped in by Bentz. Behind the net. Heartlanders with it. Round the back. Van Tilburg there. Can't keep it in. Breakaway opportunity. Bentz rushing back. And forces the puck off. Great defensive play by Ace and Bentz there. Pass comes up to Follis. Follis can't control. Trying to steal. Gets it right in front. Backhand shot. And the goalie covers. A little shoving back and forth. They break it up. No penalties assessed. Yohe wins the faceoff to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt to Smith. Smith somehow caught that behind him. Brings it behind the back of the net. Getting forced off the puck now. He's got two men on him. He gets checked into the boards. Yohe with it. And a penalty coming. Goalie heads off. Shot goes on. That came from Van Tilburg. And power play we go. Under a minute left to play, 51.5 seconds left. And on the power play for the remainder unless we score. Follis at center. Follis lost it. Brought out of the zone by the Heartlanders. Pass across, offside's the call. Follis still there. Follis ends up winning to Marin. Marin to McDaniel. McDaniel brings it in. Centers across. Marin's there. Can't get the shot off though. Heartlanders come away with it. Stopped on the line over there and they send it for icing. Less than 20 seconds left to play. 58 seconds on the power play. The game winds down. Yohe at center for the faceoff. Wins it without touching it. And then stumps it deep. Trying to clear. Kept in by Yohe. Hildebrandt coming away. Trying to center, goes behind. Redford in the corner. Has it stripped. Yohe trying to center, and that'll do it. After two games today, one comes out on top. They scored 3 in both. Heartlanders get shut out in this one, though. But fairly even strength across the two teams. They're just able to capitalize on a couple more opportunities. And some great saves, at least 4 in a row at one point from P.J. Brown. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. We've got a couple games coming up. Next weekend, Brittany will be broadcasting, though. Should be fun to watch. I appreciate you being there for that. And I thank you for being here today.
Oh, did you put in a backup?
He doesn't hardly, I mean, you can tell by his shirt he wasn't playing.
It's true. It looks like they taped that.
Yeah, he's our third string house.